The kettlebell swing is a difficult exercise for a lot of people. We see a lot of people in the clinic who either develop some lower back pain or injury from it, or just people who are using it inefficiently and not getting the most out of the exercise. So this video is going to highlight 3 key areas I think people need to work on to develop a better kettlebell swing. Now I'm going to run you through a few drills to help with those key areas. So the first key area that we need to work on is the hip hinge. That is the primary movement pattern we use for a kettlebell swing. And to help get better form with that, we're going to use a broomstick, and we're going to pop it behind our back. It's going to make contact with our tailbone, upper back and back of head. And we're just going to maintain three points of contact as we go through this hip hinge. Primarily, we're looking to keep our shins vertical to the ground. We're trying to keep those 3 points of contact. And we're just starting to learn that kind of pattern there. Once we've learned to put the broomstick at the back, we can take the broomstick to the front and just try to elicit that same movement pattern without the assistance on the spine. Once we feel confident doing those with the broomstick, we're going to load it up with a kettlebell, and we're going to do a kettlebell deadlift. The kettlebell deadlift is a little bit different to the barbell deadlift. We're looking for the handle to be in line with our shins. We're going to go into that exact same hip hinge pattern, and we're going to push our legs into the ground to come back up like that. So those are drills for problem number 1, just getting the hip hinge right. Problem number 2 for a lot of people is they don't understand that the force is being transmitted down through our legs, not forward or backwards through the hips. It's not a horizontal force. So that often what we'll see is people pushing with their hips and they end up doing a swing like this. What we really want to be doing is driving our legs into the ground as if we were going to jump up into the air. And so we can start to practice this with a few kettlebell swings. So we take the kettlebell forward. We're going to tilt it forward to us like that. We're going to throw it behind our legs, and then we're going to drive through our legs to pop up into the kettlebell swing. And back down. The purpose there is to elicit the good hip hinge and drive those legs into the ground to get that initial momentum. A lot of people start their kettlebell swing in a hanging kind of pendulum-like motion. What we do then is we start to generate that force by kind of hinging forward and back into that overextended position. Once we've got that drill right, we just turn it into the kettlebell swing with our primary focus of driving down through our legs. We might do these in little clusters, sets of 3 or 5. With our main focus pushing down into the ground. So that's problem number 2. Problem number 3 is the timing of the swing. Specifically, making sure that when the kettlebell is coming back down, we break at the hips as late as possible and explode forward as quickly as possible. This generates something called the stretch shorten cycle, and the more explosive we can be out of it, the more recruitment we're going to get from our glutes. So take note on the next few swings. When I come back down, you should see me break at the hips quite late, not breaking super early that we lose our momentum. So those are the 3 big problems I see with the kettlebell swing, and those are some drills to help you fix those issues. Work on one component at a time. Start with your hinging, get that down pat first. Get nice and strong by loading a kettlebell deadlift. Build into that force production through the ground, and then in time start to focus on breaking late and powering back out of that swing as soon as possible.